In this tutorial, I will teach you how to split the keyboard into two so that you can use it for example, playing bass on the left side and piano on the right. I already have two tracks set up. I've got bass on track 1, which is here, and piano on track 2.
Track 2 piano.
Now, the first thing to do is to actually set our key limits. And this is a bit weird with VoiceOver, so let's see if we can do it together. I will go to track 1 now.
Track 1 bass.
And I will show you that this keyboard goes all the way up, far in excess of where you'd want it to stop. So ideally, I think I would want it to stop at B3. Let's just count our B's together. B1, B2, B3.
Octave 0.
So to do that, we first have to go into the inspector,
Table, row 17 of 18.
which I'm now going to do.
Expanded track. Bass, edit text, track. Table, row 9 of 15. In table, row 9 of 15. Key limit, C1, G9. Slider.
And look for something called key limit.
50%. Segment key limit.
Here it is.
0%. Segment 0. Slider. 0. Segment 1.
Now,
Slider.
VoiceOver will report this very, very weirdly. And the best thing to do is not to interact with this. I don't know why, but it just doesn't like it if you do. So what I advise doing is doing a VoiceOver shift space to double click it like that, and then typing the value that you want. So I will do, hopefully this will work, C0 space B3, enter.
Tracks group.
Now with any luck, yes, after B3, my bass stops playing, which is great. And now I will go to the piano track by going down arrow.
Track 2 piano.
Here it is. But notice that this is also included in the bass sound, so we want to stop that from happening right away. So again, we'll go back to the inspector table, and it's table 2 in the inspector. Normally you will be visiting the first table with mute, loop, quantize, and so on, but this is a special second table, which is a kind of advanced area really, that you don't always have to visit.
Table, row 17 of expand track. Piano, edit table, row 9 of 15. In table, row 9 of 15. Key limit, C1, G9. Slider, select.
So in this case, the value is C1, G9 again, but I think this time we want to do C4, G9. So I will do again a VO shift space.
C1, G9, rubber group.
And hopefully it's going to allow me to type C4, G9.
Tracks group.
And now my piano doesn't play below this point.
Mixer group. Tracks group.
The final step to get them to play nicely together is to put them into what is called a track stack. Now to do that, if I go to the tracks header where I am now,
tracks header group.
And if I do shift up arrow to select both the tracks together,
track 1 bass.
Since I'm already on track 2, if I were on track 1, I could do shift down arrow. So depending on the order that you do this, this is the way you do it. And now if I do command shift and G,
track 1 sum 1.
I have a thing called sum 1. And sum 1 is the sum of tracks what used to be 1 and 2, which are now tracks 2 and 3 because they got pushed down by 1. Now, if we notice, my bass and piano are split. And so I can play the two together. And that works. One final thought I have on this, by the way, is that it would be necessary to transpose something. Because right now, the gap seems like it's a bit annoying. You go from 1 octave on the bass to the piano being an octave higher. So my advice would be to transpose the piano down. We'll go back to track 2, which is now track 3.
Track 2 bass. Track 3 piano.
There it is. And we'll go again to that second table in the inspector.
Table expanded disk track. Piano. Table. Row 9 of 15. In table. Row 9 of 15.
And this time we have to find a transpose.
Icon. Channel. MIDI import. MIDI channel. MIDI out channel. Freeze mode. Transpose. Plus or minus 0. Slider. In slider.
Now we must take this transpose down by a whole 12 semitones so that it lines up with everything else. So let's do that now.
-1. -9. -10. -11. -12.
Minus 12 semitones. There we go.
Track mixer group.
Now let's see if things sound and play better. Let's go back up to the main track. Here we are.